Hello everyone, this is MCon bringing you another episode of our Dragon Age Origins DLC. We're playing through the Awakening campaign again. What's that you say? Haven't you already seen this you say? Yeah, but I'd like to see the rest of that epilogue. So we're going to go ahead and work on fighting the mother yet again. We're just gonna skip through some of this dialogue.
Grey Warden come now to slay the mother
Alright,
too?
who's the father?
But now the father is gone.
You'll breed no more, monster. Alright. Let's get to it. You are coming over here to the mother. Yes. Now let's get started on her. I am going to work on these tentacles. No. Anders, take care of the mother. Oghren, to the mother. Sigrun, to the mother. Alright. Let's put out a rain of arrows. Right there. I said a rain of arrows. Right there. Good. Anders, attack. Over there. There we go. Attack mother. In the meantime, group heal though. Alright. Oghren, why is nobody getting mother? This would be over so much quicker. Sigrun. Health poultice. Oghren, you're just standing here. Health poultice. There we go. That wasn't Oghren, was it? Oghren. Health poultice. Oh dear. Oghren might be having some technical difficulties. Oh, wow. Alright, Anders. Revive. Where's Sigrun? Revive Sigrun. Thank you. Now, group heal. Good. Oghren, potent health poultice. Sigrun. Where is it? Greater stamina draught. Anders, lyrium potion. Oh, you're doing group heal? Okay. Lyrium potion. I too will take a stamina draught. Stamina draught, I said. There we go. Okay, and while I'm here, I might as well throw these out. There we go. And this one. There we go. Oghren, forget the war cry. Take the health poultice. Sigrun, same thing, health poultice. Alright. Hey, hey, hey. We're looking. Suppressing fire, sorry. Stinging swarm. Sweep. I can't take that again. Greater health poultice then. Okay. Need to keep hitting the mother. Oghren. Potent health poultice. There we go. Anders, you are not allowed to go down. Group heal. Group heal. What? Oh no! I hate you. No. Okay. You need to take the greater health poultice. Oghren. Great. Greater health poultice. Sigrun. Potent health poultice. I don't want distraction. Okay. We lost one. I am activating Strength of Stone. Sigrun. Activate Strength of Stone. Here we go. We will keep hitting the mother. Sigrun, good. Okay, Anders, good. You're coming back in. Alright. I also want you to take a greater health poultice. Excellent. Now the lyrium potion. Lyrium potion. There we go. Alright, as you were. Oh wait, Hand of Winter. Do that. 'Cause that's pretty cool. There we go. Alright, Mother's almost down. This is going a lot better than the last time, I'll tell you that. Keep attacking. There we go. Alright, she's down. Yep. Deep roads, okay. Dirk the prankster, two rascals. Vigil's keep stood alone against a horde of darkspawn. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over. But the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held one night, then two, then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke upon her walls. The keep developed an almost mythic reputation, the few survivors immortalized in song and legend. Yeah, that's right. The Vigil became a trading hub that would eventually eclipse the city of Amaranthine, with traders reassured by guards continually patrolling the pilgrim's path. But prosperity bred scheming and treachery between merchants and nobles, testing the commander's patience for years to come. I believe that. Peace allowed the wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon, Vigil's keep bore a capable army with wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthine and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the Vigil was rebuilt. Years later, Voldrik Glavonok stood on the battlements and pronounced that defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Some nobles claimed the Grey Wardens were involved in Ban Esmeral's disappearance on the eve of the final battle against the Darkspawn. Dark whispers hint that a conspiracy to oust the Wardens from Amaranthine is still afoot. Among the many legends that the Vigil spawned was one of the great heroes of the next age, a sheep-herder turned soldier by the name of Sir Alec the Valiant, who eventually founded an order of knights that lasted 1,000 years. Whoa! That's awesome! That's the guy that I told to join the army. That is so cool! The commander's blade, Vigilance, crafted from the bones of an ancient dragon, was boldly stolen by Antivan crows. The blade changed hands many times thereafter, with some master swordmen pursuing the weapon their entire lives. Some claim that this legendary blade has had a life of its own, and that its power is steadily growing. Dworkin Glavonok further refined his lyrium sand explosives, but left the warden's employ after Kunari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Oh dear! Although the dwarven bombardier took his secrets with him, the learned say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil's soldiers, wearing the distinctive silverite armor that Master Wade crafted, came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of Ferelden's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Valana and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre of the militiamen and the merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Wending Wood a wide berth, but both sides knew that at some point the elves will return for revenge. A few years after Kal Harol was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the Taig. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Kal Harol was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Kal Harol of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again. Kal Harol was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. As promised, Voldrik and Dworkin represented Orzammar's shape rate, with the stone marker that told of how Kal Harol's Castles had taken up arms against the Darkspawn. The commander of the Grey was invited to Orzammar as a guest of honor at a feast commemorating the defenders of Kal Harol. The Shaper read the names of the Castles off the marker, then presided over a ceremony to return them to the stone, as befitted warriors of their stature. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin, and thus the area still dangerous, but the people only cared that there were no longer frightened whispers in the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness's mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant and another time by an Orlesian mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely, and the site left untouched. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the commander of the Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. Now that Anders was no longer a Warden, the Templars declared him apostate and began a search. The closest they came to finding him was a rumor that he joined the crew of a merchant ship with a certain female captain. Oh, now that's interesting. I wonder if he joined Isabella's crew. When the walls of Vigil's Keep were breached, the surviving defenders watched in horror as a section of stone collapsed upon Valana. When the rubble was later cleared, however, there was no body. Valana was just gone. Nathaniel managed to survive the battle at Vigil's Keep, leading a spirited defense in the last minutes to protect his family home. That ferocity impressed many of his fellow soldiers, who hoisted him to their shoulders and paraded him around the courtyard when the battle was done. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized the life was not for him. He disappeared from the barracks one evening, reportedly off to seek his fortune outside Ferelden. Justice fought valiantly at the battle for Vigil's Keep, but before the victory had been sounded, a Darkspawn sword removed Kristoff's head. It was, of course, unclear whether the spirit of justice perished or simply departed. At the least, Kristoff's wife, Aura, was finally able to claim her husband's ashes. With the mother dead, Sigrun seemed to lose her purpose. She withdrew from her friends in the Order and spoke to them less and less each day. One morning Sigrun was simply absent, her bed made and her trunk emptied. A young recruit who had been up in the night said she had left for her calling, gone to finish what she started at Cal Herol. Oghren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. It's awesome. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Oghren, usually bringing their toddler as well. Oghren's inability to act serious wore on her, however, and her visits dwindled, then stopped altogether. If Oghren missed her or his child, he never showed it. As for the savior of Ferelden, he did not remain as commander for the Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern, the blight well and truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claimed the commander reunited with the red-haired bard known as Leliana, and that they adventured together still. The pair were spotted together in Denerim a year after the Blight's end. No matter the truth, the commander never did return to Vigil's Keep. Now that is an epilogue. That epilogue was almost better than the one that they gave for the main game. Wow. Alright, yeah, so further thoughts on Awakening. I loved all the new mechanics they put in there. The rune crafting was cool, even though it was frustrating for me to gather all the supplies and get all the stuff done with that. And, of course, I didn't pay too much attention to it until the end. I enjoyed the unique weapons and armor that Master Wade was able to make for us. I loved the stamina draughts. They were really useful in those tight situations. I definitely felt like mechanically, Durin really came together there in Awakening. Suddenly he was actually able to do a lot of damage and be a contributing member of the party. I was really happy to try out Anders as the Battle Mage. Getting that combo there was pretty cool. I'd never done that before. So that worked out really well, I think. The story was good. I liked the idea of, wow, these Darkspawn, they're not going back where they're supposed to be. We need to go investigate. The investigation, that was the thing with this campaign. You were going out to investigate and find out what's happening, as opposed to in the main campaign, the main game, your job was to go out to these places to enlist aid. And it just felt different. There was a different feel to the game, and I like Awakening a lot. It seems that I grossly overestimated how long I thought it took. I was thinking it was like another 40-hour campaign or something. I'm not certain, but we might have hit 20 hours with it, maybe 15. But still, it was good. We went through to level 15, I think, or level 15, level 35, I think we got up to, give or take, maybe 34. So that was neat. Yeah. So, guys, thanks a lot. And like I said at the end of the last video, we're going to be back pretty soon with some more of the DLC. We've got the Golems of Amgarakk yet. And last, we will have Witch Hunt DLC. And after that, well, hopefully we will be ready to move on to Dragon Age 2. So, great. Thank you all so very much for coming along with me on this adventure and awakening. And I can't wait to bring you our next content. Thanks, guys. Till next time, bye all.